That's an interesting one. Oh, wow, that's very big to give. You are asking this at the wrong time. You cannot be an accidental advocate if you have believed in certain things all your life, right? Then what happens to you is that you look for avenues. And once you see an avenue, you pick it up and you follow it through. So what is an accident is the topics that you pick up, the issues that you pick up. But as an individual, I think we are all advocates, all of us. Only what are we picking up, whether it's small things, big things, and all the rest of it. The authorities will call you from time to time to have a discussion. If they feel that you need some talking, if they feel that, oh, we need to understand how you are operating. It always comes from a place of like, we do not understand. Can you explain what are you doing? It is always polite. It is always gentle, right? And then we write a report, and then you agree and I agree, and then we sign. This has happened. This has happened with TWC too. It has happened for me in Aware, and it has recently happened twice or thrice with Maruah. I think it is normal. What we do is we make it very abnormal, like, oh, how dare the government call me up and all that. I think for Maruah, it is one of the toughest things that I have picked up. I think it is one of the toughest because when we were made into a political association, it means that we cannot get funds easily. Not that before money was rolling in and the door was wide open. No, not really. The door is always wide open, but the money doesn't come. What I think political association does is some Singaporeans think, oh, this is a political party. They get it, the wires get crossed. We are not a political party, but it takes a lot of education. And how are we going to get the word out there that we have been named political association because the issue is seen as something political, but we are not a political party. So it is tough. Oh yes, I would. If it's a paid job, I would really love to do it because I think human rights is a very tough agenda, and it needs stronger formation, it needs stronger advocacy campaigns, it needs dialogues with ministers and all that. You have to become a full-time person. I think there's no constant in life, right? Certain days, not certain days, certain events, then you go, oh, here it comes again. For example, death penalty. We have talked and talked and talked about it. The position is very clear with most of us in civil society. LGBTQ position is very clear with most of us in civil society. Yet the same arguments come from the government, and we also put up the same discussions. I think we really have to meet across the table more often for a dialogue. It cannot be, okay, now we talk to you, okay, close. It has to become more often. The spaces for younger people, when I say younger, I don't mean 20-somethings and 30-somethings, novices who are entering the scene. I could be 40, I'm a novice, or I could be 20 and I really am raring to go into this. I think the space is almost like prescribed already by the government. That means, okay, you come into this field, whether it's the Community Development Council, whether it is this and that, nothing wrong, but the other spaces must also be given direct intervention and all the rest of it. I find that this is the one that I feel it's not just anger, it can become depressing, because a lot of us along the years, from David Marshall's time and all the rest, we have all done different little things for Singapore. Then are we tightening it such that the space becomes that you operate in a predictable space, or are we still more open? This is the part that I think is the one that I find not so much anger, but it is if you start thinking too deeply, it can become quite depressing and you can become despondent.